Wallet fatigue. Is that the main factor in terms of why Wilds of Eldraine is not doing well? Is it wallet fatigue more than anything else? I want to discuss it in today's video. It's actually been a while since I've done any of these kind of just sit down and chat with you guys videos. I really like doing them. It's something I want to do a little bit more, maybe once a week in the future. And it's just, I find we're in a weird state of Magic the Gathering right now. Just bizarre. Wilds of Eldraine. It's a great set, but the market just doesn't care. And I don't know if it's that they're just fed up with Wizards of the Coast, just everything they've been doing the past while. I don't know if it's wallet fatigue. I think it might be wallet fatigue more than anything else affecting Wilds of Eldraine, and I'll discuss that in a bit. But I gotta sip on this coffee and just compose myself here. I don't want to get too flustered, too angry. But you have to remember, when it comes to the just heavy releases, the amount of releases, it feels like every time a new set comes out, and especially when I'm creating content, there'll be something that'll pop up where a new spoiler, a new leak comes up for new sets, so people can't get enough time to enjoy a set before you're already talking about the other sets. And if you want to create a model where all you care about is the next thing coming out and the next thing has to be better and better, well, then people expect that. And you basically hit a plateau with Lord of the Rings. You're not going to beat that. That is probably the best Universes Beyond crossover Wizards of the Coast could ever do. Not only because it kind of matches Wizards of the Coast, Magic the Gathering in flavor, but also it's a massive IP and it's not owned by, spoiler alert, Disney, who owns Lorcana. They're going to be doing a ton of new releases down the pipeline when it comes to their own IPs. Remember, they own Marvel. It's probably like that and Star Wars, which is another IP owned by Disney, are the biggest IPs Wizards of the Coast could do crossovers with. And you've already done it. Like, you've already kind of blew your load on Lord of the Rings. Now you have other Universes Beyond coming out, like Doctor Who, which is great. I like the show. I never seen the entire series. I saw about 2 seasons of it. But you have things like that aren't getting a lot of players excited. Some people are really excited about Doctor Who if you are a fan, but they're releasing collector boxes for this, like set boxes, regular boxes. Are they going? I think they've gone mad, because you have to think about the amount of money that they also have to pay for these IPs to use them. That's going to be affected, or it's going to be affecting players in terms of like box prices going up, trying to extract as much resources from the secondary market so they don't have to do as much work with the R&D to create new cards. This is all going to affect Magic the Gathering moving forward. Now, when it comes to wallet fatigue, I think the main factor for Wilds of Eldraine, in my opinion, because it is a good set, and yes, some people are pissed off with all the reprints, especially like things like Doubling Season being reprinted in Commander Masters, and you get it again in the latest set, Wilds of Eldraine. But I think wallet fatigue plays the biggest factor. Now, you have to think about all the factors that are macroeconomics and just factors when it comes to just your hobbies and interests in general. You have things like Lord of the Rings that just came out. It's a very expensive supplementary set, It's not a standard set, which means that it's a special set, which means that Wizards of the Coast is going to charge more for it. And then you have another set come out, which is a master set, which is even more expensive than a supplementary set. And that costs even more than Lord of the Rings. And then it feels like just a few weeks later, maybe a month later, people don't even get a chance to enjoy Lord of the Rings, let alone Commander Masters, and then you get Wilds of Eldraine come out, and people just don't have the money for it, even though it's a great set. So it puts a lot of downward pressure on the market. I actually watched one of Alpha Investments' videos recently, and he was selling the collector boxes for about $179, I think, to his patrons if they bought like a case. And he couldn't even sell out of his boxes of Wilds of Eldraine. That to me was shocking, because that is a fantastic price. Here in Canada, if you wanted a collector box of Wilds of Eldraine, the cheapest you're going to get is like $325 Canadian plus tax, which would equate to about $250 roughly American. So that was fascinating that he couldn't even sell out at that price. People are fire selling these things for lower than distribution prices already, and not even just now, like a week ago almost. So you're looking at, I think, massive wallet fatigue, and the fact that interest rates have went up like crazy in the past year and a half, and it takes around 6 months for an interest rate hike to actually hit the economy. So you think about the amount of hikes they've done, and we're going to be in a recession. We already are in a recession. Let's be honest. We already are in a recession, and we've been in one for over a year, I think, since the start of February of 2022. So it is not looking good out there, and you have people who are just squeezed. You have so many options now. Players can look at other games like Lorcana, Flesh and Blood, maybe even MetaZoo, and they can buy product there. There's a lot of factors that are affecting Wilds of Eldraine, Wallet Fatigue, and it's also Lorcana. Lorcana came out at the same time as Wilds of Eldraine, and you don't think that Wizards of the Coast timed? They wanted this to happen, by the way. They wanted Wilds of Eldraine to get released at the same time as Lorcana because they wanted some of that market share. Basically, what they've been trying to do is trying to get as much market share as possible while competing with other games, trying out new things that other games have done, like, you know, the full art texture cards like Pokemon's done. Now they're releasing the Fairy Tale set right at the same time as Wilds of Eldraine, and that's obviously that's calculated, and they know what they're doing. The problem is Wilds of Eldraine, the scalpers have hit the market, and those prices are really high on boxes. So if you were someone who wanted to buy both, and then you opted for Lorcana first for putting in your pre-orders for that, you know, you're looking at some of the box prices for Lorcana, and then you look at Wilds of Eldraine. Yes, it's cheaper, but some people are excited about Lorcana, and they're gonna choose Lorcana over Wilds of Eldraine, so that's another factor. You have competing TCGs, high interest rates, a bad economy, and just wallet fatigue, and just the excessive amount of products being released by Wizards of the Coast. All of these, I think, are affecting players when it comes to their decisions whether or not to purchase Wilds of Eldraine. And I just think it is fascinating to see that going on in the economy right now, and just to see that in the Magic economy. A great set, a set that I was excited about, but unfortunately, no one cares. And it just makes me think, what is going to happen with Ixalan? Ixalan is the next set coming out. That's a standard set. What is going to be the reaction to that? Because in my opinion, Ixalan, and I think this is true, this is probably not just factually true, but based on just finance and data, people did not like Ixalan, especially compared to Throne of Eldraine. And if this is people's reactions to Wilds of Eldraine, what do you think people's reactions are going to be to Ixalan? That set better be just insane, because I can see the same thing happening again, but even worse. Anyways, hope you enjoyed today's video. This is a bit of a rambling video. If you do like these type of videos, let me know in the comment section below. I might do more of them. With that being said, guys, I'll see you in the next one.
Use promo code Mattcaster for 5% off your order at Face to Face Games, Canada's largest Magic the Gathering store. Qualified orders get free shipping Canada-wide if you use our promo code Mattcaster at checkout. Whether you're buying singles or sealed product, use our code to support the show and get a discount.